The Gift of the Givers Foundation is the biggest humanitarian organization of African origin. The Gift of the Givers was founded in 1992 in South Africa by Dr. Imtiaz Suleiman, a medical doctor by profession. The organization has over the years expanded to other parts of the world, including Malawi. The economy of Malawi, which is one of the poorest countries in the world, relies mainly on agriculture. About 80% of Malawi's population live in rural areas, with most households living way below the poverty line. The Gift of the Givers Foundation Malawi chapter was launched in 2006 by the then President of the Republic of Malawi, His Excellency Professor Bingu Mutharika. The launch of the Gift of the Givers Malawi office coincided with a period of drought and hunger in the whole of the Southern African region, and Malawi was not spared. The Gift of the Givers immediately donated food packs worth about $400,000 United States to the people of Malawi through the Feed the Nation campaign. The Feed the Nation campaign was an initiative of President Bingu Mutharika to mitigate hunger during the country's bad harvest period. The Gift of the Givers has over the years continued to donate foodstuff to vulnerable Malawians during drought and hunger periods. And in promoting long-term food security at household level, the Gift of the Givers Foundation has been in the forefront of donating farm inputs such as fertilizers, seeds, and basic farming tools to subsistent farmers to help them realize enough food for their families. Gift of the Givers has partnered with other relief organizations such as the Malawi Relief Fund UK to promote winter cropping as a way of achieving food security at household level. The Gift of the Givers has also partnered DuPont from the United States of America and Panel Seed in supporting rural women in agriculture by providing them with farm inputs. Gift of the Givers has always been one of the first relief organizations to respond to natural disasters in the country. In January 2015, Malawi battled one of the worst floods in history, which left at least 200 people dead and displaced over 300,000 people. The 2015 unprecedented floods destroyed homes, bridges, roads, and any infrastructure on their route, submerging an estimated 80,000 hectares of cropland, threatening household and national food security. This prompted President Peter Mutharika to declare half of the country as a disaster zone. The Gift of the Givers immediately mobilized resources and responded to the flooding disaster by donating various relief items to the flood-affected people. Apart from donating relief items in displacement camps, the Gift of the Givers partnered with the Malawi Defense Forces to reach out to flood victims who had been cut off from the mainland. Using army choppers and speedboats, the Gift of the Givers managed to reach out to thousands of flood victims in isolated areas. The Gift of the Givers office in South Africa, through the founder Dr. Imtiaz Suleiman, mobilized relief items which included various food items, blankets, and medical supplies. Truckloads of the relief items from South Africa were distributed by the Malawi office to the flood-affected areas. The Gift of the Givers reached out to flood-affected districts of Onsanje, Chikwawa, Palombe, Blantyre, Mulanje, Tiolo, Balaka, Zomba, Machinga, Chiradzulu, and Mangochi districts. In 2016, the Gift of the Givers also responded to the flood disaster in the northern region of the country. Other disasters that the Gift of the Givers has responded to include the Neno fire disaster in October 2015, when an entire village was gutted down by fierce fire, displacing 317 people. In most rural areas of Malawi facing an HIV/AIDS crisis and high rates of child and maternal mortality, access to health care is hindered by unavailability of free ambulance services and the high cost of alternative forms of transportation. The Gift of the Givers Foundation, in their health support initiatives, has been providing bicycle ambulances in such areas through community-based caregivers with the aim of improving access to health facilities. Malaria continues to be a major health problem in Malawi, and it is the leading cause of morbidity and mortality in children aged under 5 and among expectant mothers. In their health support initiative, the Gift of the Givers Foundation has been donating mosquito nets to vulnerable households as one way of combating malaria. The Gift of the Givers has partnered other humanitarian organizations such as the Malawi Relief Fund UK to carry out cataract operations in the country. The Cataract Operations Program, which is known as the Gift of the Givers Site Restoration Project, is an ongoing program on the Gift of the Givers Health Support Initiative. Malawi is ranked as the 9th worst HIV/AIDS affected country in the world. The HIV/AIDS epidemic has worsened Malawi's vicious cycle of poverty, hunger, and disease. Most people who are HIV positive have nutritional challenges, and malnutrition remains the major complication of HIV infection and a significant factor in AIDS. The Gift of the Givers has been providing nutrition support in form of high energy and high protein Sibusiso ready food supplement to nutritionally challenged individuals through established organizations and support groups. The Gift of the Givers has partnered with many organizations such as Joshua Foundation, the Malawi Police Service, the Malawi Prison Services, as well as the Blantyre City Council to effectively reach out to vulnerable HIV-infected people. In its winter warmth program, the organization has been providing new blankets to street children, the elderly, and those without proper housing or heating to beat the cold weather. Provision of safe and potable water is a key element in the Gift of the Givers charity activities. The Gift of the Givers has been drilling boreholes in remote areas of the country, providing people with safe and potable water. In March 2013, the Gift of the Givers Foundation signed a grant agreement worth about $91,000 with the Japanese government to provide safe and potable water to the people of Balaka district through the sinking of 23 boreholes. The boreholes were officially launched by the then President of the Republic of Malawi, Dr. Joyce Banda. After the successful completion of the Balaka Clean Water Project, the Japanese government armed the Gift of the Givers with yet another grant of about $105,000 to provide safe and potable water to the people of Mangochi district through the sinking of 20 boreholes. The Mangochi boreholes were officially launched by the then Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Alan Chiembekeza. The Gift of the Givers Japanese government relationship has seen the two partner to provide safe and potable water to areas in Chikwawa district. And as a way of increasing community food productivity, the Japanese government has granted the Gift of the Givers Foundation a total of $86,298 United States dollars to provide irrigation schemes to the communities of Nankuyu in Chiradzuru District and Sagonja in Blantyre Rural. And in order to socially and economically empower the less privileged communities, the Gift of the Givers Foundation initiated the SEEDS concept. SEEDS, which stands for Socio-Economic Empowerment through the Development of Skills, is aimed at creating economic opportunities as a way of promoting poverty alleviation among the underprivileged communities in Malawi. Empowering the less privileged by developing their skills in various economic activities, while at the same time making them shareholders of the same, is the core element in the SEEDS program. SEEDS projects work in partnership with a property owner who provides a particular possession or skill, the project partners who provide labor, while SEEDS provides the capital and technical expertise to the project. The idea is that when profits are realized, project partners, skills or property owners, and SEEDS fairly apportions the proceeds as is deemed fit. SEEDS then plows back its share of the proceeds into another project, which in most cases involves humanitarian activities. Gift of the Givers Foundation is committed to supporting Malawi's efforts to develop through its many development interventions. Best among people are those who benefit mankind.